Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Nerd100. Just a couple things to get out of the way. All these blocks we'll be using, plus more, down in that description below with how many you'll need to build this, just in case if you're in survival. And if you're wondering how many blocks this is in total that you'll need, that is also down in the description. That's that first number there. It'll say block total, 1,000 something. So yeah, so all these blocks we're using today are down in that description with approximate totals and how many you need. Okay. Also, I'm sorry, I have a fan going in the background. That is what that sound is. It's not my microphone. It's a fan. Okay, I don't want to say the F word, but it is. So you're gonna start off with placing down 34 black concrete. And if you're new to the channel, we usually do layer by layer. What does that mean? We basically just build upon the previous layer and we just keep working our way up. So like right here, we'll have like an airspace of 2 before we place down another 2 black concrete. Then this is followed by 3 brown concrete, 2 red concrete, a gray concrete, brown concrete, and gray concrete, 4 red wool, a red concrete, 5 red wool, 3 red concrete powder, 2 red concrete, a red wool, 2 red concrete, 2 yellow concrete, an orange terracotta, and then black concrete. Now we go all the way back to our left side here, and I'll basically say the same thing. So you're going to have an airspace before you place down a black concrete, 3 orange terracotta, a brown concrete, gray concrete, brown concrete, 3 gray concrete, a red concrete, 2 red wool, a red concrete, 6 red wool, a red concrete powder, 3 red concrete, a red wool, 2 red concrete, a yellow concrete, orange terracotta, and then black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to go all the way back to the left side here again, and you're going to place down a black concrete, followed by a yellow concrete, 2 orange terracotta, a brown concrete, gray concrete, brown concrete, 3 gray concrete, 3 brown concrete, 2 red concrete, 5 red wool, 3 red concrete, 2 red wool, 2 red concrete, 2 orange terracotta, and then a black concrete. Your next layer basically have an airspace, followed by 2 black concrete, 2 brown concrete, a white concrete, brown concrete, a white concrete, 2 gray concrete, 3 orange terracotta, a brown concrete, gray concrete, red concrete, 3 red wool, 3 red concrete, a red concrete powder, red wool, 4 red concrete, a orange terracotta, and then black concrete. Your next layer comes an airspace, followed by another black concrete, 2 red concrete, 5 red wool, 3 brown concrete, an orange terracotta, a gray concrete, red concrete, red wool, red concrete, red wool, 2 red concrete, a red concrete powder, red wool, 3 red concrete, a red wool, red concrete, 2 orange terracotta, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, start with 1 gray concrete and extend 1 black concrete to the left. To our right, you're going to place down 2 red wool, 3 red concrete, 2 red wool, 2 red concrete, a red wool, brown concrete, 2 gray concrete, a red wool, red concrete, red wool, 2 red concrete, a red concrete powder, 4 red concrete, 2 red wool, 2 orange terracotta, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with 1 black concrete, followed by a gray concrete, 3 red wool, a red concrete, 4 red wool, 2 red concrete, 3 gray concrete, 2 red concrete, 4 red wool, 4 red concrete, 3 red wool, an orange terracotta, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, start with a gray concrete, and to the left of it, you're going to place down a black concrete. To our right, you're going to place down a red concrete, 2 red wool, 2 red concrete, 5 red wool, 2 red concrete, a black concrete, gray concrete, red concrete, 5 red wool, 4 red concrete, 3 red wool, an orange terracotta, then black concrete. Your next layer, start with 1 red concrete and extend 1 black concrete to the left. To our right, you're going to place down 2 red wool, 2 red concrete, 2 red wool, 2 red concrete, 4 red wool, 3 gray concrete, a red concrete, I'm sorry. It's going to be a red concrete, and then 4 red wool, 2 red concrete, 2 red wool, 2 red concrete, a red wool, and then 2 black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with 1 black concrete, followed by a red wool, red concrete, 6 red wool, 3 red concrete, 2 red wool, 3 gray concrete, a red concrete, 3 red concrete, 2 red concrete, a red concrete powder, 3 red wool, a red concrete, and then a black concrete. Basically, from this red wool this way, you're going to be placing this up another layer just like this, so then we don't have to repeat ourselves here. So it's basically the same layer that we had just placed, like that. And we're just going to go all the way to this left side of it, and we're going to start the layer now. So you're going to place down 3 red wool and extend 1 black to the left. To our right, you're going to place down 7 red concrete, 3 red wool, 5 gray concrete, and then 1 black concrete. Our next layer, start with 2 black concrete, followed by a red concrete, 6 red wool, 3 red concrete, 3 red wool, 3 gray concrete, a black concrete, 3 red wool, a red concrete powder, 4 red wool, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with 1 black concrete, followed by a red concrete, 7 red wool, a red concrete, 2 red wool, 3 red concrete, 2 red wool, a gray concrete, 2 black concrete, 2 red wool, a red concrete powder, 4 red concrete, and then a black concrete. We're going to start right here on this red. You're going to place down 2 black concrete, followed by red concrete, followed by 4 red wool, and then a black concrete, and place down 5 black concrete on top of that, like that. So we have Deadpool's knee done. We're going to go all the way back to this side now, and you're going to place down a red concrete, and extend 1 black concrete to the left. Moving to our right side now, you're place down a red concrete powder, 7 red wool, a red concrete, 5 red wool, a red concrete, 2 gray concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with a gray concrete and extend 1 black concrete to the left of it. To our right, you're going to place down a red concrete powder, red wool, gray concrete, 5 red wool, a red concrete, 6 red wool, red concrete, 2 gray concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with a light gray concrete and extend one black concrete to the left. To our right, you're going to place down a gray concrete, red wool, 3 gray concrete, 4 red wool, a red concrete powder, 6 red wool, a red concrete, gray concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with a black concrete, followed by a light gray concrete, 3 gray concrete, a gray concrete powder, 3 red wool, 3 red concrete, a white concrete, red concrete powder, red wool, gray concrete, 3 red wool, a red concrete, gray concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, start with 2 gray concrete powder and extend 1 black concrete to the left. To our right, you're going to place down a white concrete concrete, gray concrete powder, red wool, 2 white concrete, 3 red wool, 1 red concrete, a red concrete powder, white concrete, 3 gray concrete, a red wool, 2 gray concrete, 2 white concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with 1 black concrete, followed by a light gray concrete powder, white concrete, gray concrete powder, 3 red concrete powder, a red wool, 3 black concrete, a red wool, 3 red concrete, 2 gray concrete, 2 red concrete, a white concrete, 2 gray concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, start with 2 gray concrete, followed by an extension of 2 black concrete to the left. And just to get this out of the way, you're going to have an airspace of 4, and then another 2, 4, it should be 5 black concrete to the left. So you can see here there's an airspace of 4, and then you place 5 black concrete to the left. On these 2 right here, you can place down 2 black concrete like that. Continuing to the left, you're going to place down a light gray concrete, and then a gray concrete. Like so. We're going to work on the sword, one of the last things, so we're just going to continue on our layer towards our right. To the right, you can place down a gray concrete powder, gray concrete, a white concrete, gray concrete, 2 red wool, 2 black concrete, 2 red concrete, a black concrete, red concrete powder, red concrete powder, 3 gray concrete, a white concrete, gray concrete powder, 2 gray concrete, and then a black concrete. So we're going to go all the way back to this left side where the sword is, and we're going to just build this next layer. So you can start with 2 black concrete and extend a black concrete to the left of that. So we should have a solid 3 here. Continuing to our right, you're going to place down a light gray concrete, then 3 black concrete. You're then going to have an airspace of 2, followed by 3 black concrete, like this. And then a gray concrete, black concrete, 4 gray concrete, a light gray concrete, 2 gray concrete, 2 black concrete, a red concrete, red wool, 2 red concrete, a black concrete, red concrete powder, red wool, red concrete, 2 gray concrete, a white concrete, gray concrete powder, gray concrete, and then a black concrete. I'm going to go all the way back to the left side now for this next layer. Place down a gray concrete and extend 2 black concrete to the left. To our right, you're going to place down 2 light gray concrete, a black concrete, red wool, red concrete, 3 black concrete, a red concrete, red terracotta, red concrete, gray concrete, black concrete, gray concrete powder, 5 gray concrete, a black concrete, red concrete, 3 red wool, a red concrete, white concrete, black concrete, and then 2 red wool, red concrete, white concrete, gray concrete powder, 3 gray concrete, a gray concrete powder, and then black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with a gray concrete, followed by 2 light gray concrete, an airspace, black concrete, red concrete, red wool, red concrete, light gray concrete, 3 red wool, 2 red concrete, a light gray concrete, 4 gray concrete powder, 2 gray concrete, a gray concrete powder, black concrete, 2 red concrete, 5 red wool, a white concrete, black concrete, 2 red concrete, a white concrete, 2 gray concrete powder, 3 gray concrete, and then a black concrete. Okay, your next layer, you're going to start right here. You're going to place down, just to start with, 1 black concrete like this. And we're going to work our way to our right now. And you're going to place down 2 red wool, a white concrete, 2 red concrete powder, 3 red wool, a red concrete, white concrete, gray concrete, and then a light gray concrete. Followed by a gray concrete powder, gray concrete, 2 gray concrete powder, a black concrete, gray concrete, red terracotta, 6 red wool, a white concrete, black concrete, 2 red concrete, white concrete, 4 gray concrete, a gray concrete powder, and then 2 black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with a black concrete, followed by 2 red wool, a white concrete, red wool, 3 red concrete, 2 red wool, white concrete, gray concrete, 2 white concrete, 2 light gray concrete, a black concrete, 3 gray concrete, 3 red wool, 2 white concrete, 2 red wool, a white concrete, black concrete, white concrete, 3 gray concrete powder, 3 gray concrete, a gray concrete powder, gray concrete, and then 2 black concrete. Oof. Your next layer, you're going to have an airspace, followed by a black concrete, red concrete, light gray concrete, 4 red wool, a red concrete powder, 2 red wool, a light gray concrete, black concrete, white concrete, light gray concrete, black concrete, gray concrete, light gray concrete, white concrete, gray concrete, 3 red wool, 2 gray concrete, a white concrete, red wool, white concrete, black concrete, a white concrete, gray concrete powder, 3 gray concrete, a gray concrete powder, gray concrete powder, 2 gray concrete, and then a black concrete. Oof. Your next layer, you're going to have an airspace, followed by 4 black concrete in total, so it's 4, followed by 2 red concrete powder, 2 white concrete, 5 black concrete, 2 gray concrete, 2 light gray concrete, a gray concrete, 2 red wool, 4 gray concrete, 2 white concrete, a black concrete, white concrete, gray concrete powder, gray concrete, 2 gray concrete powder, gray concrete powder, 3 gray concrete, 2 red concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with 1 black concrete, followed by a light gray concrete, black concrete, an airspace, 4 black concrete, Then you're going to have an airspace of 4. 1 black concrete, a gray concrete, 2 light gray concrete, a gray concrete, 3 red terracotta, a gray concrete, light gray concrete, white concrete, light gray concrete, gray concrete, white concrete, 2 black concrete, 2 gray concrete powder, a gray concrete, 2 gray concrete powder, 2 gray concrete, a gray concrete powder, 3 red concrete, a red wool, then a black concrete. Your next layer, we're going to finish off the sword and then work on his face. So, on top of the sword here, you're going to have airspace. Build 2 black concrete up like this and 1 up diagonal like that to the right. Place down light gray concrete on the sides like this. And then finish off the sword's tip with a black concrete like that. Now working downwards. Starting right here, you're going to go down another 2 gray concrete like this. Bring down 2 white concrete here. And then 2 light gray concrete here. And basically, we're just going to do a down diagonal gray concrete, and each layer is going to go white and then light gray. So this is all going to be to the left, so I would say do a down diagonal 1 gray concrete to the left, and then down 2. So your next one should be 3. Then do a down diagonal 1 again, followed by 3 down. So it's going 3 and then a 4. We're going down diagonal again, so from here you're going to go down 4, so it should be a total of 5 here. So it's going 3, 4, 5, and then this one just goes down the rest of the way. So down diagonal again, 1, 2, 3. It should be 6 in total. So it's basically just progressively getting longer as you go. And then next to this is going to be all, so each layer is going to be a white concrete layer like this, and then you grab your light gray concrete and just go up like that. And that's the sword. Or one of them. So we're going to continue our next layer here. So you're going to start with a black concrete, followed by a gray concrete, light gray concrete, gray concrete, red terracotta, 2 red wool, a red terracotta, 2 gray concrete, a light gray concrete, white concrete, gray concrete, white concrete, then a black concrete. Got an airspace, black concrete, gray concrete powder, white concrete, black concrete, gray concrete powder, gray concrete powder, 2 red wool, a red concrete, 2 red wool, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start right here and place down a red terracotta, next to 1 black concrete to the left. Going to our right, you're going to place down 2 gray concrete, a red terracotta, 2 red wool, a red terracotta, red wool, 3 gray concrete, a light gray concrete, white concrete, and then a black concrete. You're then going to have an airspace of 2, followed by 3 black concrete, a light gray concrete, red concrete powder, 2 red concrete, 4 red wool, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with 1 black concrete, followed by 2, 4, 6 red wool, and then a red terracotta and red wool. And to be honest, your next layer up, just go up 1 more black concrete here, and it should be 2, 4, there should be 8 red wool on top of that. Going back down to this layer, place down a red terracotta, gray concrete, 2 light gray concrete, a gray concrete, red concrete powder, and then 2 black concrete. I'm going to finish this layer of the head too, so you're just going to place down a red terracotta, gray concrete, a light gray concrete, red terracotta, red concrete powder, and then 2 black concrete like that. We're going to go over here to this part of the arm, and you're going to place down a black concrete, followed by a light gray concrete, red concrete powder, 2 red concrete, 4 red wool, and then a black concrete. Your next layer on the arm, you're going to start right here, and you're going to place on a black concrete, followed by 4 red wool, 4 red concrete, and then a black concrete. Okay, Your next layer on the head, place down a black concrete, followed by a red concrete powder, 3 red wool. Your next 2 layers up from this as well are going to be the same, so build this up. So it should be a total of 3 layers like that. Your next layer down, this bottom layer, you place down 2 red concrete powder, 2 red wool, a red concrete powder, red wool, gray concrete, red terracotta, red wool, red concrete powder, black concrete, light gray concrete, and then a black concrete. We're going to keep working on the head here. On the next layer of the head, you're going to place down a red concrete powder, followed by a white concrete, and both of those you can build up another layer like that. Following this on the previous layer, you can place down 2 red concrete powder, a white concrete, red concrete powder, 3 red wool, a red concrete, black concrete, light gray concrete, and then a gray concrete. Your next layer on the head that's continued, you're going to place down a red concrete powder, red wool, red concrete powder, white concrete, 2 red wool, a white concrete, red concrete, black concrete, white concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer on the head, you're going to have an indent, so it's going to be followed by a black concrete, red concrete powder, and then 3 red wool. And those for the next layer up are also the same. Following this is going to be 2 red concrete powder, 2 red wool, a red concrete powder, red wool, white concrete, red concrete, an airspace, black concrete, light gray concrete, white concrete, and then a light gray concrete. This next layer on the head that's continued, you're going to place down another 3 red wool, followed by 2 red concrete powder, 2 white concrete, and then a red concrete. I'm sorry. Your next layer on the head, you have an airspace followed by a black concrete, 2 red concrete powder. Oh my god. Ooh. Followed by 2 red wool, 3 red concrete powder, 2 white concrete, and then a red concrete. We forgot to do the sword area, but it's going to be 1 light gray concrete, a white concrete, and then a light gray concrete. Your next layer on the sword, actually, too, I would just place down 3 black concrete like that. And we'll do the rest of the sword with the arm. So your next layer on the head, you're going to have an airspace, followed by 2 black concrete, 3 red concrete powder, 2 white concrete, and then 2 red concrete. Your next layer, you're going to have an airspace, followed by 2 black concrete, and then 3 red concrete. For your sword, you're going to have basically an air gap here for that second layer. I would say just place down 3 black concrete like this, and then a light gray wool, and then 2 gray concrete. On the hilt of this one, place down a light gray wool, and then 2 gray concrete like that. Okay. We're going to start on the arm now. Your next layer, you're going to have an airspace here, basically, followed by a black concrete, 2 red wool, 2 red concrete, 2 red wool, a red concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to have an airspace, followed by a black concrete, 3 red concrete, 3 red wool, a red concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer after that, you have an airspace, followed by a black concrete, and then a red concrete, and then 4 red wool, red concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, start with a black concrete. You extend basically an airspace between this and 3 black concrete like that. Continuing to our right, you're going to place down a red concrete, 2 red wool, a red concrete powder, red wool, red concrete powder, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, place on the black concrete, and then extend 2 black concrete to the left like that. To our right, you're going to place down 2 light gray concrete, a black concrete, 2 red concrete, a red wool, red concrete powder, 2 red wool, a red concrete powder, and then black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to continue it, and it's going to be starting right here with 2 light gray concrete, followed by a gray concrete, an airspace of 2, black concrete, My nose hates me right now. Followed by a red concrete, red wool, a white concrete, a red concrete powder, red wool, a white concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, so just place down right here next to this light gray, place down a black concrete. You then kind of airspace to floor basically, starting right here. And this is going to be one black concrete, two red wool, a white concrete, two red wool, a white concrete, and then a black concrete. Going over here, so the next layer, you're going to start right here with this on top of this light gray concrete. And you're going to go this way, and with one hanging off, should be a total of 4 black concrete right there. You're then going to have an airspace of 3, followed by a black concrete here, starting on this line again, and then a red wool, a red concrete powder, 2 red wool, a white concrete, and then a black concrete. Okay. Your next layer is going to start right here and just place down a black concrete, followed by a light gray concrete, 3 black concrete, then an airspace, 1 black concrete, 4 red wool, a white concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with 1 black concrete, followed by 3 red wool, 2 black concrete, 4 red wool, a white concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to have airspace, followed by a black concrete, a red concrete, 2 red wool, a light gray concrete, 3 red concrete, a white concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, start with a black concrete and extend one to the left like this. So there should be 2 black concrete. To our right of it, you're going to place down a red concrete powder, 2 red wool, a white concrete, 2 red concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer up, start with a black concrete, followed by 5 red concrete, a red wool, a white concrete, light gray concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to start with 1 black concrete, followed by a red concrete powder, red concrete, black concrete, gray concrete, 2 red concrete, and then 2 black concrete. Your next layer, you're going to have an airspace followed by black concrete, red concrete, black concrete, light gray concrete, red concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer after that, start with a black concrete, followed by a red concrete powder, 2 black concrete, a light gray concrete, and then a black concrete. Your next layer after that, you got an airspace, followed by a black concrete, airspace, black concrete, light gray concrete, and then a black concrete. And at the end, place 2 black concrete right there. And there you guys have it. There is Deadpool. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this Pixar tutorial. If you'd like me to build other Marvel characters, please put that down in the comment section below. Ooh, I have indigestion, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, check out all the other tutorial videos on this channel. Also, check out the original artist for this. This is actually from a pearl bead. I don't know if you guys, or perler bead. I don't know how to properly say it. So I do perler beads. Not as much as I do Pixar, but I really love this artist. This artist is really good. So it's a struggle though, taking from a perler bead into Minecraft, because we don't have as much color definition as a perler bead, which is probably have 100 different colors. While we're over here with pretty similar colors. We have 5 different versions of gray, but like none of them fit, or red, or so. Go check out that artist and all their work. They're amazing. I've done several others of theirs on this channel. This one, if you look at it, it isn't. I screwed up a lot on this Deadpool pixel art, so it's off. And I added a few touches myself as I was doing this. I was fixing some things, adding more detail in some areas and less in others. So, thank you for watching this. Stay tuned for more. Stay nerdy, stay fresh. Everything I love about you guys. And keep watching my videos. And thank you so much, and bye.